So, have you ever had one of those moments, where knowledge just clicks? You've been maybe wrestling with an idea, feeling a bit lost, perhaps, and then bang, suddenly it all makes perfect sense, almost, well, instantly. What if there was like a powerful secret to actually speeding up that kind of understanding? Today, we're doing a deep dive into this really fascinating ancient story. It offers some genuinely profound insights, I think, into how wisdom is gained. And maybe not just over years of study, but sometimes in these moments of deep connection. Surprising connection, even.
That's exactly right. And the source we're looking at today comes from the Dhammapada commentary. Specifically, it's a story about 30 monks. They're known as the Pāṭheyyakabhikkhuvatthu, basically monks from a place called Pāṭheyya. And this story, it really gives us a unique window into how learning, how profound insight can actually happen. So our mission today for you, the learner listening in, is to sort of unpack the practical wisdom here. See if we can reveal a powerful approach to really grasping new ideas, making those aha moments maybe happen a bit more often.
Yeah, making them happen spontaneously. And this story, the transformation, is quite striking right from the start, isn't it? What exactly happened with these Pāṭheyyaka bhikkhus? They start out in a very different place.
Oh, absolutely. Initially, the text says these 30 guys were actually seeking a woman, a very worldly kind of goal. But then their path just dramatically shifted. They run into the Buddha in this place called a cotton forest grove, and they hear he's teaching the Dhamma, the core truth. And it hits them so hard, they basically renounce their old lives on the spot. They become monks, they get these supernatural bowls and robes, which is quite something. And they take on these 13 ascetic practices, a complete turnaround.
Wow. Okay. A really remarkable change of heart. And the story doesn't stop there. It deepens even further because after some time, quite a long time actually, they go back to the Buddha.
Indeed. And this second meeting, well, it leads to another huge shift. They hear what's described as a teaching of beginningless truth. And here's the really astonishing part. They attain Arahatship right there, just sitting there.
Arahatship, which is, for anyone unfamiliar, that's like the ultimate spiritual goal, right?
Yeah.
Liberation.
Exactly. The end point.
Yeah.
So it's this epic aha moment. Instant clarity for all 30 of them.
And you can just imagine, right, the other monks in the hall watching this, they must have been thinking, how? How did these guys understand the Dhamma, these really deep truths, so quickly? But the Buddha's response, that's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, his explanation wasn't what they expected at all. He revealed it wasn't just about that moment right then. He explained that in a past life, these same 30 companions, get this, they were rascals. This is from another story, the Pāṭheyyaka, one of the Buddha's past life stories. And even back then, as rascals, they heard a teaching from a wise figure, Mahatutila, and they quickly got it. They understood the Dhamma and adopted the 5 precepts.
Wow. So it wasn't purely sudden. There was this deep underlying preparedness, like a foundation had been laid.
Exactly. A past affinity, the text calls it Upanishayana. It essentially laid the groundwork, made them ready for this rapid attainment in their current life.
It's almost like someone who instantly understands a complex math problem because they spent years, maybe unknowingly, playing logic games. That prior conditioning, even if you don't realize it, it matters.
Precisely. And this whole connection led the Buddha to recite a really core verse that sums it all up. It translates to something like, if a wise person attends upon a learned one, even for a moment, they quickly understand the Dhamma, just as the tongue perceives a good taste.
Okay, just as the tongue perceives a good taste. That's a powerful analogy. It implies something immediate, doesn't it? Direct. No hesitation.
Exactly right. It really highlights the power of association. Being with a Pandita, learn one, a wise one even for a short time. But it's got to be focused engagement, not just being in the room, but really attending, being receptive.
Yeah.
And that connection, that presence allows for this immediate grasp. First, maybe you have the teachings, the text, but then through practice, the deeper supramundane truth behind it all.
Right. So if we connect this back to, your journey, listener, of gaining knowledge, this story really seems to zero in on the idea that true understanding isn't just about how long you study. It's not just clocking hours. It's so much about the quality of your engagement, how open and receptive you are, and maybe most importantly, the guidance you get. Finding that Pāṭheyyaka. This seems to be the powerful secret, then, from this deep dive. That profound understanding often comes from, well, a mix. Deep preparedness may be hidden, and being in the right presence at the right time.
Which really leaves us with a fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? How might all those seemingly random bits of knowledge, the experiences you've picked up over your life,
Yeah.
how might they be subtly preparing your mind right now? conditioning you, maybe without you even knowing it, making you instantly receptive for your next big aha moment, something to ponder.